All right, guys, good morning. It is August 1st already. Nothing like flying through the month of July. I feel like I've been go, go, go nonstop for the entire month. I'm sure those of you who went to Summit, you feel the same way. You're probably still trying to catch up on sleep from Summit. But we had a lot of great things happen in July, and we also have a lot of big announcements. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys for so long. We're so used to talking every week, and then we had Summit and then Super Saturday, and here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up our PowerPoint, and we'll get right to it today. We have a lot of announcements to go over with some things learned from Summit. I already know that I left some things off of this, so I'll be improvising as we go a little. So let me go ahead and pull up our PowerPoint. All right, so our topic today, we're going to be talking about the Team Cup a little bit more in detail so you guys know what to expect, and then also what to expect from me as your leader as we go about Team Cup, and then also our Summit takeaways. And I'm going to I'm going to share what I found the most important from Summit, but then I would also like those of you who were at Summit, if you think of anything to add, I'm going to open it up at the end and you guys can certainly add to it what you got out of Summit, like your biggest aha or what you got out of it. So first up, just our calendar. Today's the 1st, it's a Saturday. Last month in July was a great month for the leadership ladder because we had 5 Thursdays. So I'm hoping to see a whole bunch of not rank advancements moved up in the rung of the leadership ladder because you had an extra week to move it up. I know I moved up on the leadership ladder, and I'm sure several of you did as well. And we're really going to be focusing a lot of our training toward that leadership ladder. So this month you have 4 Thursdays. So it's even, more of a normal month, I guess you could say. And just like your rank, that leadership ladder, you can go up and down that leadership ladder. So use that leadership ladder to maintain and build and place your goals, around that leadership ladder. I want to point out just a few things on this. You know that our team is usually wash, rinse, repeat on our team calendar, but I wanted to point out a couple new things on here. We have a size test group starting off on Monday. The group is already created, so it's in our document in Classically Fit. If you have people to add to it, please just request to join the group. Just don't add them until Sunday. I'll be adding things to that group periodically throughout the weekend, and I don't want them in the group as I'm adding things. I want it to be completely finished, but it should be finished up today. So please don't add your challengers until Sunday. Also, right here, we have our Revive Your Business group going on, also starting on Monday. That group is created. I believe it's in the PIN document in Classically Fit. If you feel like you need a little kick in the pants to restart your business, get it going, get your tracking back up, your personal development, need some accountability, please join that group. There's no shame in joining that group. That's taking your business by the horns and getting it back on track. Also, this is super important. If you have new coaches, they were in our sneak peek, they've decided, yes, I want to coach. If they fill out the application, I pretty much know who belongs to who in that group. If they fill out the application from our sneak peek, I will forward it right on to you in the email. But we're going to do one big new coach kickoff call on Monday at 5:30 p.m. And this is for all new coaches, not just the brand new ones from the sneak peek. But if you're a pretty new coach on the team yourself and you want to do another Getting Started Right call, hop on this. This is also going to be recorded for your new coaches to listen to at a different date. Then our Coach Basics will kick off on the 10th. So this is going to give them a whole week to kind of do their calls to action from their Getting Started Right call, which will be like their coach training in their online office, getting their posts started on Facebook, all of those types of things. So coach training starts off on the 10th. Also, our dust off group begins on the 14th. I really kicked around putting this on the 7th, but this week personally is very crazy for me with Matt coming home, and I know it won't be as efficient for me to have it starting on the 7th. So that's why we're starting it on the 14th. Remember that dust off group, use those emails that are in our doc in our team page to invite your customers to. Remember, that's open for anybody, but they need to have Shakeology. And these groups are always fantastic. Every single month I'm getting coaches out of this group right here, my dust off group, because I'm reconnecting with people, getting them plugged back in. It's a completely different format from our normal challenge group, and they love it. And every single month, that's where I'm getting my working coaches from usually. So make sure you are inviting to this dust off group. Don't start inviting them on the 13th. You need to start inviting them now, planting that seed, because it takes people a little bit to really understand or really get to mull it over and to think, and give them a cutoff date. You need to let me know by the 12th if you want to join this group. Give them a cutoff date. Okay. Another thing just to point out on here, Morgan Whitaker is heading up a challenge group starting on the 17th. Remember, these challenge groups are just things that I know are coming up. If you are ready to go with a challenge group on the 10th and you want to pair up with somebody, go for it. Likewise, if you want to start a challenge group on the 24th, go for it. This is just what I'm doing for the month. We have our 5-day sneak peek on the 24th. Again, you can't just invite to this on the 23rd. This is a great time that you reach out to the people in your size group, and groups that started at the end of July. That's when you reach out to the challengers in that group and invite them to the sneak peek group. And don't just say, hey, do you want to come learn more about coaching? Because I wouldn't want to learn more about coaching. Kind of have to butter them up a little bit, because you see their potential, but they may not see it yet either. So you want to say things like, hey, are you enjoying your group? Get that conversation going. You've been such a great challenger. You're so motivating. You're inspiring me along your journey. Have you ever thought or wanted to know more about what I do? You're already doing what I do. You're helping motivate and inspire people in our group to better themselves. And then you see how that's a compliment, and it makes them feel good because they are, and you see their potential, and that's helping them see their potential too. So that's how I go about inviting people to a 5-day sneak peek, is I show them their potential. I'll say, you're already doing what I do. You're using Shakeology. You're in a challenge group. You're working out every day. That's what a coach does. And just show them that I want you to be a part of this too, because it's really changed my life. So don't be afraid to invite to our 5-day sneak peek as we go through. And our new coach challenge group will be on the 31st. So like I said, it's a wash, rinse, repeat. But there are a couple of new things in there that I just wanted you guys to be aware of. Our August promotions. We have our size challenge pack for $140. Our size kickstart challenge pack for $180. And then also the 3-day refresh challenge pack is $140. The 3-day refresh is perfect for this month, guys. And here's why. People don't want to start a fitness program in August. Okay, my market is all moms and teachers. Guess what moms and teachers are doing in August? They're setting up their classroom, or their kids are going back to school. And they don't have time because they have one more thing out of their plate with school starting. They don't have time to sit down and write meal plans and get started with a challenge group. So a 3-day refresh may be perfect for them to really, they don't have to think about it much. It can just be a little thing to cleanse after the crazy and get them going into September for something. Also, size is great too because it's fun. It's not like a grueling workout like, Fix Extreme or Max 30 or anything like that. It is fun. And if you promote it as being fun, people are going to think it's fun and they'll want to be fun. So it's all in how you present the products to people, how they take it. So really, when I first looked at these promotions, I was like, oh, really corporate? That's kind of weird. But then I thought about it and it made complete sense for the time of the year. So it's all about how you present it and how you decide to market it. So if you have yet to do the 3-day refresh, if you have not done it yet, I highly suggest you do it just to get some results, to get to know what it's like and what it feels like to do the 3-day refresh, so that you can, one, empathize with people who do it, and you can also tell people how it really is. You're not just going off facts from the FAQs or from what's going on. And remember, that 3-day refresh, they get 30 free days to on demand. So they're still getting a fitness program with that, but it's up to you to tell them about it with their 30 days of on demand. So there's just, something to think about as you go through. As you're thinking about how you're going to, plan your month and invite for things. So here's our leaderboard for July, guys. Guys, I'm so proud of you. You guys did so awesome this month. We had, I think, the most people we've ever had in Success Club 10 this month. Success Club 5 is nothing to be ashamed of at all. We had lots of people on the board that I know are going to be even better this month. And I just wanted to say I am so proud of you guys. You guys did so fantastic this month. So keep it up going into August, and keep it up going in, and don't lose your steam. If you had a really great, I had a really great month this month, as you can see, but I can't lose my steam. I got to keep going pedal to the floor the whole way through August as well. All right. And I want you guys to do the same. Don't slack off. the beginning of the month. I know we push really hard at the end of the month, and then it's like, oh, first week's like, oh, I need a break. You can't do that. You got to keep going, because then it's going to be the 15th, and then it's going to be the 20th, and then you're going to be scrambling again. So we all know one day turns into a week, and then a week turns into a couple. So make sure you're pushing every single day, because you'll have people start to reach back out to you months later from now. So make sure you're still inviting. All right. Just some information about our Team Cup. It is Team Cup month, and this is so exciting. I think we have 4 Team Cups on our team right now. So that is really, really exciting. It's 4 teams for Team Cup on our team. So that's really, really exciting. I put the website there. I'm actually going to show you the website, and then the FAQ. I'm also going to point some things out in the FAQ for you. So I'm going to switch my screen real quick to show you how to get to that website and how to get to that FAQ. So let me just swap some things around here. All right, so in your online office, if you go to it, hold on one second, it's not recognizing my back office as a shared screen. I don't know why it's not, but it's choosing not to. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's doing this. It's not recognizing my window to be able to share it. So give me 1 minute. Technology, you gotta love it, right? All right, well, I'm just gonna share my whole desktop with you guys. Can you guys see my back office? Okay, so if you go to your back office right up here to your Coach Breaking News, what I want you to do is, there should be one right here on the cup. Here's the cup right here. So you click on that. Whenever anything opens up on there, it's going to bring you right to the FAQ, right to the website. So let's open up the website. And if you're here, if you registered your team, you already saw this website, but I wanted to point out what you're working toward and how to earn prizes here. So we already registered, we teamed up, and here are your prizes. Your first tier prize is a selfie stick that'll probably have Team Beachbody all over it. So there's something, I think corporate was like, oh, these selfie sticks are getting pretty huge, because they were everywhere at Summit. And then the second tier prize is a size hat, so some great wear and share, and same with the third tier prize. Now, I'm not sure if these third tier prize, if you get both of these things or just one. I'd have to look into more of the specifics for it. Teams 6 through 10 get a Nutra Ninja, not a Nidget, I don't know what that is. And then teams 2 through 5, a BlendTech, a blender. And then the top team always gets a chance to go to Beachbody headquarters in LA and meet everybody, as well as work out with a celebrity trainer, which I'm assuming this month is going to be Shanti, because this program's on promotion. Now, those are all the prizes you're working for. How do we earn points? So I'm going to take you over to the FAQ about it, and this is where all your questions can be answered. How do we earn? So right here, you earn 1 Success Club point equals 1 cup team point. So obviously, any Success Club points you earn, you're going to get 1 point for it. Now, your next option for your rank advancement, that is 1 cup point as well. So here's the thing about that. If you have dropped rank or anything like that, that doesn't count again if you go back to your old rank. You're a lifetime rank right when you make Emerald and Diamond, and they're going off your lifetime rank there, not necessarily if you go back to a rank. So rank advancement, if you hit a new rank, you get a cup point awarded to your team as well. Now, here is the kicker this month. Sell a boost or performance product to a new Challenge Pack customer or new coach in August. You also get 1 cup point, okay, in addition to the 2 cup points received for the Challenge Pack. So here's what that means. That boost in performance, the performance line came out. Make sure, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the performance line, you need to go back and you need to FAQ it. You need to look up what the performance line is all about. Also with the boost, the Shakeology boost, the greens, the focused energy, and the digestive health, or whatever it's called, those boost performance. If you have somebody buy the 3-day refresh challenge pack, And then you also have them buy the Focus Energy Boost alongside of it. You get 2 points for their Success Club, for their challenge pack, and then you get 1 point for their boost purchase as well. Now, if they just buy a boost, you don't get a point for that because that's not what the rules say. It says they have to be a new challenge pack customer or a new coach in August. All right, so it's not for your old customers. You can't reach out to all of them and say, hey, throw this in your Shakeology and rack up the points. There is a stipulation that they have to be a new challenge pack customer or a new coach in August buying those things. Okay, let's see what's going on here. There is a Team Cup Captain's Guide. So if you are the captain of your Team Cup, you can go here and you can check it out. They'll give you some tips. And you can get updates for everything as well. They'll send you weekly updates about your number of points that you have on your team. And let's see what those prizes, what's your point totals for each thing. Each coach can contribute 35 cup points, of course. To earn the first tier prize, everybody on their team must earn Success Club 5, and their team must earn 30 cup points total. Okay, so if you know there's only 5 people on a team, so if everybody gets Success Club 5, that's only 25 points. So you're going to have to be pushing this month if you want any prizes. You have to get over Success Club 5. Where if you guys all get 6 because you sell 3 challenge packs, that's your 30 points right there. Second tier prize, you need 50 cup points. Okay, everybody must be Success Club 5 or Success Club 10 with 7+ points on their team and must earn 50. And you guys can read this. I'm not just going to read it to you. But you can only contribute 35 points to your team. So one coach can't run away with it and contribute all the points. You guys all have to do it. That's why it's a team effort. Okay? And their emails will be sent and everything. So do you guys have questions for me on the logistics of Team Cup, how to earn the points, what you're working for, all that things. Oh, the third tier prize, guys, that is a set of women's or men's apparel. So you get both the tank and the pants. All right, well, we'll get out of this then, and then we will just go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, here we go. So how am I going to be helping you with Team Cup this month? In our team page, we will have a daily post in Classically Fit about the Team Cup, some motivation, what to do, how to invite. It'll most likely some days be our daily accountability because that's really important in a cup challenge. And then we're also going to be using this tracker. And there will be a top prize earner for Classically Fit. I'm not going to tell you what that prize is yet because I'm not sure, but I will have a top prize earner in Classically Fit. Let me expand this calendar, make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. I'm going to suggest that you guys use this to keep track of your points. Unless you're a brand new coach, I want you to use your tracker from Coach Basics. So if you're a brand new coach, this does not apply to you. I want you to use your tracker for Coach Basics. Everybody else, this is a great tracker to use for Team Cup month. So we have 10 invites per day, workout and Shako, okay, and then how you share it, your 20 minutes of personal development, and then 10 new contacts and or conversations. So you're adding. Notice this is heightened. It's Cup month, okay? You want to get to those, high things. And I guarantee you, if you go up to the whole way to the 15th, inviting every single thing on this list, checking off every single thing, you're going to be at Success Club. You're going to have a fantastic month. And then guess what? September is going to be even better. I guarantee that's how it's going to work. So here are your daily check boxes. I want you to go through them. When you mark off every single point of your daily check boxes at the end of the month, you get 1 times 1 point. So if you get 31 checks, you get 31 points. Your Success Club points, so keep track of those as you go through. You'll get those times 2. Adding new coaches. So I want those to be working coaches. I know we sign up everybody as discount coaches, so I want those to be working coaches. That's a specification on that, times 5. And then your rank advance. You get 10 points for your rank advance. That's how we're going to determine our grand total points for our Classically Fit Cup winner. Our Cup team winner, okay? And then you guys will be working towards some cool prizes as well for that. You will not get an agility ladder, I promise you. I think we all have plenty of them from Summit. So, but that's what we will be working toward for this month. I really suggest this. I will post this starting on today, because it's August 1st, it's cut month, I will post this in Classically Fit. And do not be surprised if our pin post at the top changes, that it's not just the challenge groups, push groups, those types of things. Don't be surprised if it's about Team Cup this month. You can still access the August calendar and everything in the file section, but it may not be pinned every single day at the top. So just so you're aware of that. Do you guys have questions for me on Team Cup? Anybody at all? Team Cup can really be a great thing for your business, guys. I know a lot of you guys are pushing for Diamond. I know a lot of you guys are pushing to get working coaches. This is the month to do it, because you not only get great prizes from corporate, but as long as you are doing these things every single day, I promise you are going to have success this month. And don't expect after 3 days of inviting 10 people, you're going to be at Success Club. It's not how it works. You need to make sure you're doing it consistently for several days, a couple weeks before anything's going to happen. Now notice follow-ups aren't on here. Make sure you're following up. I shouldn't have to tell you that, okay? You guys know how to follow up, so make sure you're doing that, because you'll find that a lot of your people are follow-ups month to month that get you to Success Club. I don't think I've had one brand new person ever sign up in a month to get me to Success Club. 26 Success Club points this month between Matt's and my account. Not one of them was a brand new contact, guys. They were all referrals and follow-ups. So make sure you're still inviting, because then they become follow-ups the next month. Get those connections going, because those become follow-ups the next month. But you have to make sure that you are going through and that you're doing the work, okay? Questions for me? All right, Team Cup, I'm excited for it. I think we're going to do awesome. And I can't wait to give our little Classically Fit winners a little prize, okay? And our Team Cup for our Classically Fit winners, that's individual. So I know you're working toward your team, but we'll do an individual thing for that, okay? Because, I know I've been on Cup teams where people don't do anything. It's frustrating. I get it. I was always stuck with that person in a group project in school too that didn't do anything. And it stinks, but it's the nature of the beast sometimes. Okay, I see some conversation here, so let me look at our chat real quick. Oh, thank you guys. I was up late last night. Really, I was just watching Pretty Little Liars. I mean, this could have taken me like 15 minutes, but it took me 2 hours because I was watching Pretty Little Liars, which, it's the one ABC family show that I'm like, oh, this is actually decent, and they're not terrible actors. Sidebar. Okay. Let's go on to the next slide. Okay, so here are my Summit takeaways from Summit. I'm sure if you were there, you can relate, because you guys were in the same training sessions as me. But it's interesting, whenever you sit in a training session with somebody, you get different things out of it, because we were all at different places in our business, okay? So it was really interesting to me being in a training session with some of you guys, because you guys are at different points in your business, where I thought one presentation was fantastic because it was all about team leading and how to build your team and make them stronger. You guys really benefited from another training session. I was like, that's kind of, it's okay. So it's different for each person. So if you want to get to use these Summit takeaways, I highly suggest in our team page, where is it at? Let me pull it up here. It's somewhere around here. Yeah, it's right here. Let me pull up our team page real quick, because I put a whole document together of our Summit trainings from what I could find. So if you go into our file section in Classically Fit, look, there's a whole document full of Summit trainings. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm just going to tell you real quick the ones that really spoke to me that I want you guys to focus on. Leadership Ladder, definitely watch from Melanie. Relationships Matter Most, absolutely watch that from Shalene, especially if you are married, if you have a significant other. Heck, anybody can benefit from that one, even if you have no relationship at all, because you have families, you have friends. Social media training, absolutely watch, okay? Really and truly, these are all fantastic. I'm going to tell you to watch every single one. Shifting your mindset from hobby to career. This one right here was great. Now, I didn't see Micah and Becky do it. We had other presenters, same content. Let's see what else. Leveraging the power of your story was fantastic. This will teach you how to breadcrumb your story to make you more relatable and to make people see that if you can do it, I can do it too. This was fantastic as well. And then if you want something that's really just captivating and really interesting to look and listen to, DeWitt Jones is fantastic. I really enjoyed his presentation with the photography. So those would be my go-tos, but really and truly, you can't go wrong with any of them. Like, this is your PD for 2 weeks to listen to and learn from. So also, I'm not sure if they've uploaded anything to the Beachbody podcast yet, but look there. Haven't yet, Deborah? But keep your eyes out there. Usually they upload all these summit trainings to the Beachbody podcast as well. I will also try to get my hands on a couple of the trainings from the Dream Team Recipe for Success training. The ones that I felt were good, I'll put in here. The ones that I felt were kind of lackluster, I'll leave those sitting on YouTube. So I will filter through them and get some good things. They really were fantastic, Katie, and I plan on going back and re-listening to them as well, for sure. Absolutely. So let's go back to my takeaways from the PowerPoint. The biggest takeaway for me was don't ignore your family as you're building your business. That's so, so important. It just reaffirmed having business hours and making sure that you are communicating with your spouse, with your significant other, with your family, with your friends about your business, about how it's important to you. Matt knows that I'm pushing for a big goal this year, and he supports that. And he knows that, you know what, I know we said we were going to watch TV tonight, but X, Y, and Z came up and I have to do it. And he understands that because we communicate about that. He also knows that there are some nights where I'm like, no, my attention is completely on you, and we are watching TV, or we're watching a movie, or we're falling asleep on the couch at 7:30. But my attention is completely on him, and he knows that we both completely unplug for the night. We don't do video games. We don't have our phones. We just unplug. So don't ignore your family, because really and truly, guys, they're the most important thing. I mean, they're the reason most of you are doing this business. So don't lose sight of that. And make sure that you're incorporating them into your business. Make sure you're setting business hours. Make sure that, if it means getting up 45 minutes earlier in the morning to do your power hour, then do it. Okay. If it keeps your relationship intact in the evening, do it. It'll be worth it. I promise. Also, this was something I took out from one of the training. It was the feel, felt, found. And this is when you're talking to somebody. This comes up all the time for me with objections with Shakeology, objections with, I don't really need a fitness program. Do I have to do the workouts while I'm doing the meal plan? Do I have to do the meal plan along with the workouts? I use my own story to help sell the product, to help them see the value in what is going on. So I say, I know how you feel because I felt the same way. But when I started using the nutrition plan along with working out, my results finally happened. Do you see how I related to them? I know how you feel because I felt the same way. And then here's how I felt the same way. But here's what I found. I finally had results after I started watching what I ate and started to eat clean. Okay. So you can use that for any objection you get. Any objection, Shakeology, anything. Don't hide behind the products. This is from Christine Dwyer's presentation during the first general session. Don't hide behind the products. Amateurs lead with the products, but pros lead with themselves, transformations, their story. Okay. If you are in our size coach group right now, you know that this is what I've been teaching you guys to do this entire time. You've been doing size what now for 2 or 3 weeks, and we're just now posting all calls about it because you guys needed to lead with yourself, with your transformation, with your size journey. Okay, you didn't lead with size right out of the gate. You were showing people how you were using it in your life. You were showing it about your story. Now, maybe you don't have a killer transformation from size, but you can say, I'm sweating like crazy. I'm sore where I didn't realize I could be sore from a dance workout. You're able to share. That's a transformation right there. A transformation could be, I got completely out of my comfort zone while I was doing this program. I posted crazy videos about myself. My pregnant belly was sticking out in one of the videos I posted. Okay. That's a transformation, is sharing yourself and leading with your story, your journey through this program. Okay. That's being a pro. You're not leading with the product. Now, whenever you step back and you say, hey, come join me on this size journey and experience, fun, experience a sweaty workout that doesn't feel like a sweaty workout. Now they're like, oh yeah, I want to try that too because I've seen you do it for the past 3 weeks. Do you see what the purpose of that was? You're leading with yourself, not the products. Next big thing I learned, you can't take rank to the bank. Oh boy, did I learn this there, okay? This was even, sorry, Gina, I'm reading all your stuff. Perfect. Good info, Gina. Thank you for sharing about all the podcasts. You can't take rank to the bank. This is so, so true, guys. You can be a 2-star diamond and be the most unorganized house of cards you've ever seen in your life. I've seen it. Once you get to the diamond rank, and Gina and Lindsay, you guys know this, we add you to a bigger leadership group with the dream team. And I know sometimes people post in there and I'm like, how are you a diamond coach? You have no idea what you're doing. How are you a star diamond coach? You have no idea what you're doing. And it's little things where it's like, you don't know where to put people on your legs, or you don't understand how you're earning your money. So, I want you guys, you cannot take rank to the bank. I guarantee it. I am a testament to this. I am making quite a bit of money now. Not quite a bit. I'm comfortable. I'm happy with my earnings. I passed my teaching salary and I'm a 1-star diamond. I'm not a 3-star. I'm not a 5-star. I'm a 1-star diamond, okay? And it's because you can't take rank to the bank. It's every single facet of that leadership ladder you have to be a pro at, not an amateur. I feel like amateurs lead with rank, but pros lead with every avenue of that leadership ladder. You guys understand when you're a pro that your income comes from your team cycle bonuses. So you build a strong foundation. You are not a house of cards. You don't fall over whenever somebody comes in, a wind comes and knocks you over. You are a pro. You lead with yourself, and you cannot take that rank to the bank. That was a huge, huge takeaway for me. And it is reassured every single time somebody posts something that I feel is an amateur post in a leadership group. It is reaffirmed for me. Focus on big tree chopping. This was something that was really huge for me. It was an analogy that I can't remember who used it. I don't remember if it was Summer. I can't remember who it was, but they said, imagine I think it was Anita Meyer and Trina Gray. I think those were the 2 presenters. They said, when you focus on a big goal, imagine like it's chopping down a big tree. Okay, you go out in your yard and you have a big tree that's really, really thick. You can't even wrap your arms around it. So you go out and you take a couple swings at the axe. And then you go out and you go back inside, and then you come back out tomorrow and you take a couple more swings at the axe, with the axe at the tree. Then you go inside and you come back out tomorrow. That tree doesn't fall down in a day. Imagine that tree is your big goal. You have to focus on it every single day, and you have to push and chop at it every single day. Don't get distracted by all the little trees in the yard because they're easier to chop down. So don't get distracted by all those little things going on. Focus on your big goal, your big tree, and chop that down. It's worth it. You can't forget about those little things, but you have to focus on that big goal. It's kind of like eating your frog. If you know that you are not at Success Club yet, if you know that you want to get there by the 15th so you can kind of rest easy and still do your vitals, just not as intense for the latter half of the month, that's your big tree. Your first half of your month should be all about inviting, making sure your all calls and posts are spot on. That's what your focus is, okay? That is what you need to focus on. That's your big tree. Latter half of the month, my big tree, I need to recruit coaches. I need to get working coaches on my team. That's my big tree. I'm not going to get distracted by all these other little things. I'm not going to get distracted by Pretty Little Liars and unfocus on my big tree. So that was a huge takeaway for me. Focus on big tree chopping, not small tree chopping. Stay humble and don't listen to your achievements, okay? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to those achievements. Yeah, it's amazing. I think Shalene said that. She's like, great. So you got the Diamond Coach. How did that feel for the 15 seconds of fame on social media as everybody was congratulating you for making Diamond or making Emerald or, whatever the case may be? They're like, it's a short-lived thing. Stay humble. Know the bigger goal. All right. You guys know I'm very humble with you guys. I mean, don't let your success in this business stifle you, because it can. Still help people, still be kind, still treat everybody with respect. You guys know, stay humble. Don't listen to your achievements, because really and truly, outside of the Beachbody world, who gives a crap? Like, so you got your picture taken with the top coach in the organization. Awesome. Nobody knows who that is outside of Beachbody. Like, stay humble, know your stuff, and you guys will be successful. This is another thing that I really took out, and this was from Avi Silverman and Megan Ewaldson. And I also took this out of the Bo Eason call that we earned for Success Club last month. It said, when you share your story, people aren't thinking of you. They're thinking about how it applies to them. So Bo Eason, I'm going to use his example just because I can't remember anything that Amy and Megan said from their presentation, but it was fantastic. But Bo Eason gave a great story. If you guys don't know, Bo Eason is a former NFL player. He's a fantastic speaker, all of those things. He is really good at forming your story and sharing it. And he told this story about how when he was younger, he lived on a farm, and his dad was a cowboy, like a legitimate cowboy, would go out and rope cattle, would go out and hog tie. And, he was just a hardworking cowboy. And he remembers that whenever he was little, his brothers and sisters would be swimming in their pool in their yard. And his dad, at the end of a long work day, would come and jump in the pool with all his clothes on at the end of the day and play with the kids. And he would pick them up, and their bare bellies were out, and his rough hands would grab their bellies, and he'd be like, "Oh no, Dad, don't touch me with your rough hands." I'm just making a big deal about it because, calloused hands, of course. And he told that story, and he said, "Now think about the story I just told you." He said, "When I told you that story, you were not thinking of my dad's rough hands. You were thinking of your dad's hands and how they felt when he picked you up when you were little." I thought, for me personally, during that story, my dad would always rub his coarse beard scruff on my face when I was little. That's what I thought of. Do you see how the power of a story, if you are a good storyteller, that's really what it comes down to. Just being a good storyteller, people aren't thinking of you. Hate to break it to you. They're not thinking of you. They're thinking about how it applies to them and how it affects them. They're thinking about how they can see themselves doing the same thing in their life. When I put a quote out on Facebook, I never just put the quote out there. Unless I'm really tired, you'll see like 2 sentences from me about the quote, like get after it today. But you'll notice that I take that quote and I put a twist on it for my life and how I'm doing right now. And I'm not talking to all of Facebook. I'm talking to one person. Have you ever been in this situation? Do you believe in yourself? You're talking to one person, because guess what? One person is reading that at a time. Yes, 15 million people might be reading it, but one person reads that at a time. They don't need it. They want it to speak to them. And they're not thinking of you. They're thinking of how it applies to their life and how it applies to them. All right. So that was a really big takeaway for me, was for how to go about doing those things. Oh, Gina, you're fine. Yeah, thank you. So here are your calls to action. Post with purpose. Don't just put a post out there to put a post out there. It has to be with purpose. I would rather you post 3 great posts a day than 5 to 7 awful posts that have no value, that don't stop people scrolling. Okay? Share, share, share. Do not sell. Don't hide behind those products, guys. People don't care about the products. They care about you. And they want to see, remember, when you tell your story, people don't look at you. When you post those crazy size workout videos, they're thinking, could I do that too? They're not thinking about you. People are selfish people. We don't think about others. Are you kidding me? When we're looking on social media, it is all for selfish purposes. And they need to see that they can do what you do. So if you share, 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 and don't sell, 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 you're going to be successful. Lead always with the desire to help people. Always, always, always. Even if it's a no, whenever I'm going back through my invitation list, I message them and I go back to whatever we talked about. And I'll say, hey, how is your summer class going? If they told me they were too busy before. Or, hey, are things dying down right now? I know you were super busy the last time we talked. How are you doing? Do you see how you're just helping people, Beachbody related or not? If you lead with a desire to help, you're going to be successful. Lastly, educate yourself. Go to your FAQs, learn about our new performance lines, learn about boosts, know what you're talking about when you talk to people, learn about the ingredients in Shakeology. Okay, that's what I want you guys to do. Does anybody else have any summit takeaways who were there? Anything that really stuck out to you or anything?
Myself. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to unmute myself because I'm a
You're
little
fine.
rowdy this morning. Honestly, the biggest thing that I got was kind of what you said. I mean, you just have to be you. You, like, people aren't attracted to the products. They're attracted to you, and you have to, like, when you post on Facebook, you have to act like you're just talking to that one person, not the masses. And I got to figure out who my market is, because I mean, I post a lot, but God only knows who I'm targeting. That was like my big thing. I got to be me all the time, none of that fake BS. Like, share your downfall, share,
Mm-hmm.
like Val did earlier this week, like her shopping cart, like there was some cake in there and she admitted it, like,
Yeah.
show it's not perfect, it's your life. And I mean, I could go through hundreds of pages of notes, but that's what I'm gonna stick with.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think that's great, Katie. And I think be unapologetically you. And it
Yeah.
takes a little bit, like we tell you at the beginning of your business, follow these top coaches, emulate them. But really, be you. Be yourself. Take ideas from those top coaches, like just like Val's shopping cart. Like my shopping cart had a DiGiorno pizza in it last night because you know what? I was hungry for pizza and we had DiGiorno pizza last night. It was easy, so, but that's relatable. And you want to be relatable. People don't want this perfect health and fitness coach because nobody's perfect. If you portray that and people join you, people are going to be lying about their daily posts in their challenge group, and you don't want that. Okay, you want them to be honest and 100% true. Do you guys have any other takeaways from Summit at all?
I'll say something.
Yeah, go for it, Lindsay.
Sorry, Deborah. You can. I know Allie had mentioned about sharing your story, and I know for me, I was like, I don't really have a story. Like, I'm boring. I like work full time. Like, I don't really do anything. But everybody has a story. You just kind of have to find it. And like Allie said, it's your journey. So while it may seem boring and mundane to you, other people are going to be able to relate to that regardless of how boring you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So just make sure that you're sharing who, as Katie said, who you are, your daily life, what you're doing, and people are going to relate to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know, my life is boring. If we get off Charlie's routine, man, our days are rough. We do the same thing every day. Were you done, Lindsay? I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you done?
No, I'm done.
Okay. So like really and truly, my life revolves around nap time because if we miss that, then our day is over. But I posted about that. Like yesterday, I talked about the nap window. That got a lot of likes on it. No picture, just text about a nap window and how we missed it. Think about how, where you were before you started this journey and where you are now. How have you changed physically, mentally, emotionally? How have your relationships changed? I can tell you without a doubt that my relationship with my husband has gotten stronger in the past year because of Beachbody. I can 100% without a doubt tell you I've become a better mother because of Beachbody over the past year. Think about where you started and where you are now because we're never finished. We're never done. Okay, we're always a work in progress. But I want you to think about how far you've come in the year time frame or 3 months or however long you've been on your Beachbody journey. I always post all the time. Anytime I feel like quitting or I feel like, oh, I'd rather just binge watch Orange is the New Black on Netflix all Saturday. Anytime I think about doing that, I think about how unhappy I was before. And I know that I never want to go back there. Like I think sometimes, oh, it'd be so much easier if I just had to worry about Charlie and the house and all things. And I had that and I hated it. So I want you guys to think like that's a story, right? Boring. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a wife. Boring. But do you see how that was relatable to you? Okay. So I want you guys to really think about your story and how far you've come over the past however long you've been doing this. And that is your story. You don't have to have some life-altering thing happen to you to be successful in this business. Like Lindsay Matway has a phenomenal story and it's been traumatic for her, and praise the Lord that she's come out of it and her daughter's okay and everything like that. But you don't need a story like that to be successful, okay? It's just being you. That is what makes you successful. All right. I mean, look at Melanie Mitro, stay-at-home mom. Life is boring. I can probably tell you exactly what Melanie does throughout her day because it's the exact same thing that I do. You revolve around your kids. You're their taxi driver, everything. It's boring, but doesn't her life seem exciting? Doesn't she portray it as super exciting on social media? That's how you need to do it too. All right. Does anybody else have any takeaways from Summit? Go for it, Deborah.
So one of the biggest things, of course, Katie and Lindsay hit the nail on the head there, but also from starting out to where you want to be, personal development is key. And that's the difference from what I found from everybody talking at Summit, that when you start to where you end, it is personal development. Those top coaches are doing the personal development daily. And one of the biggest things actually is knowing the product. Like personal development should be 15 minutes yourself, 5 minutes the products. Know the products so that when people ask them, you can sell. But focus on yourself, but also know what you're presenting to people.
Exactly. Personal development is just as important as your workout, guys. Just as important. It's a workout for your brain, your mind. And I will sit here and tell you right now, I got to Diamond without doing barely any personal development. I'll admit it right here. You can get there. Those house of cards and those leadership, they're the ones not doing personal development. Okay. I want you guys to really put an emphasis on your personal development. And even, you don't have to be a reader. I fall asleep when I read. I very rarely can read books. I like to read before bed, and then I'm out within 5 minutes because I fall asleep. But I listen. Podcasts are fantastic. I love the National Wake Up Calls on the podcast. The Shalene Show is fantastic to listen to. Anytime I'm doing dishes or mopping the floor, my earbuds are in and I'm listening to personal development. Your car is perfect. The grocery store, be that person with their earbuds in that looks on social. Put your earbuds in the grocery store. Stick your cell phone in your pocket and listen to a podcast. Personal development is so, so key. And it really didn't hit home with me about personal development until January of this year. I know you're like, wow, really, Allie? Way to set the example for us. But it really didn't hit me until January this year. I was at a Super Saturday event and Mike Ryan said, I want you to reverse the vital behaviors, because you know that they're invite, and then product, and then personal development. He's like, I want you to flip them around. He's like, personal development is number one. And every single coach that is successful, I'm not talking top coaches, not top 10, any coach that's successful, any coach who's at the goal where you want to be at, 5-star, 2-star, 1-star, diamond, personal development is a focus of theirs. Okay. And if you want their success, if you want those diamond ranks, if you want to be an elite coach, personal development is what it boils down to. It's going to help you how to run your team, how to get your social media going. If you want a good personal development book to read for Team Cup Month, Go for No is a good one. Also, Jab, 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 Right Hook. That's where I'm kind of getting our information for our Coach Size group, for how to post to our social media. Those 3 weeks of not posting an all call or inviting to the challenge group, those were jabs. And then your hook is your all call. That teaches you how to tell your story in a noisy social media world. That's the tagline of the book. I didn't just make that up. So we have Jab, 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 Right Hook, Go for No. Me and Avery talked about an entire list of personal development books. Let me pull up our message here. There are a whole bunch of different ones that you can do to get you through Team Cup Month. Let me pull up our message here. And Avery is a reader. Oh no, we're both not readers. So that's why she and I struggle with what books to recommend for you guys, because we fall asleep when we read. So that's why Avery and I get along so well. But one of the many reasons. Okay, here it is. I will find it and then I'll post it. I don't want to take up your time with me sifting through a message. But gear your personal development this month toward reaching out to people and making sure that you're going for no, that you're, start with Why, which is by Simon Sinek, who was our guest speaker at Summit. One of them, that's a good book to read as well. But I really recommend Jab, 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 Right Hook. That's a fantastic book to read. The author in it is very funny. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero would be a good one, because Katie's reading it right now. That's going to build up your confidence this month to talk to people and to send out those 10 invites a day. All right. So do you guys have any questions for me? I'm talking anything, not cup related, any questions at all? All right, well, I'm not going to keep you. It's Saturday morning. You guys, I'm always like, oh, I'm going to go back to bed after the call. And now I'm like wired and I have to like do work. But I actually do have to go back to bed because Charlie's going to we have a meeting on post today. So I have to get back to bed. Any questions?
Thank
Aw,
you. You're wonderful.
you're welcome. Anytime. I missed doing our calls. I missed you guys. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Have a great rest of your day. If you think of anything, post in our team page. All right. Or shoot me over a message. All right. Night, guys. Well, not
Bye,
night.
Allie.
I'm gonna- See you guys.